Hey there good people, it's your Crippled Critic, and this week I want to talk about the weird indie game called Lili, Child of Geos. So Lili, Child of Geos is about a young botanist named Lili who goes to the island of Geos for a school research project. There she meets the strange tree-like creatures called constructs, and they go on crazy adventures. Lili is an adventure game with RPG elements made by a small indie team called BitMonster Games. BitMonster Games is a studio made up of only about 5 or 6 designers and programmers who made Lili as a passion project inspired by older N64 games like Zelda Ocarina of Time. Lili Child of Geos fits in with this new trend of titles that are inspired by old 90s games in order to capture the nostalgia of the past. Lili is definitely trying to be more family friendly, and I think kids will get more out of it, so keep that in mind. I myself was actually excited to play this game because I heard about it a few years ago and thought it was an interesting idea, but after I played it, it wasn't exactly what I expected. So originally Lili was a mobile game, then it was ported to the PC and then eventually the PlayStation 4. I first tried it on the PC. Yeah, so Lili was basically unplayable for me when I tried the PC version. It's funny because usually games tend to be more accessible on the PC, but not this time. The game had no customizable controls for the keyboard or the mouse. Controls are fixed completely on the PC. There's no leeway for controlling the camera or remapping keyboard keys. And also, the developers made sure to keep gamers from altering the game's resolution in any way, so I wasn't able to play the game in windowed mode in order to use the on-screen keyboard. Yeah, it's like the developer's opinion of the game was, why would you want to change the controls? The controls are perfect. We're not even going to let you change the controls. Why would you? All the while, disabled gamers like me are completely locked out of the game. Thankfully, Lili was eventually ported to the PlayStation 4, and I was actually able to play the game for the first time. And yeah, the game plays a lot better with a controller on a console. There still aren't any customizable controls in the PS4 version, but the built-in PS4 accessibility options let you change the controls to however you want. Plus, Lili just feels better with a controller, the analog sticks make more sense. The gameplay itself mostly just consists of looking for flowers, which are very easy to find, and chasing these enemies called spirits, which are also trying to take flowers from them. Catching a spirit initiates a short QuickTime event. There are optional side quests you can do that are basically fetch quests that involve exploration or just talking to different characters. There are also 3 difficulty modes to choose from, and each one really just affects how hard the QuickTime events are when you encounter spirits. I do think that disabled gamers would find motor skill impairment will have trouble with the QuickTime events in the game. They are numerous and timed, obviously. Visually speaking, Lili is very bright. I didn't notice any color distinguishing items, so colorblind players shouldn't worry. For disabled gamers with hearing impairments, Lili has subtitles for every line of dialogue. The soundtrack is fun and upbeat, but not important to the story or the experience. As for the story, it's extremely silly and nonsensical. You know, for kids. The dialogue is really strange and awkward. Sentences don't usually make a whole lot of sense, and it was so bad that I was genuinely surprised when I found out the game wasn't made in a foreign country where English wasn't the preferred language. Nope, Lili was American made. So I guess the developers were intentionally trying to make the dialogue awkward. It definitely had some snarky adult humor thrown in too. And that just made me wonder if the developers really understood what their target audience was. I don't know, I did laugh a lot. It was just really cringeworthy and the dialogue kind of worked somehow. I mean, Lili has a lot going against it. The controls are clunky, the QuickTime events aren't explained very well, and once you get the hang of the basic gameplay mechanics, it gets really repetitive fast. I do see similarities to Zelda Ocarina of Time. I mean, you can tell the developers really want you to think their game is a lot like Zelda with all its references, but mostly surface level stuff, not things that made it good. Like, remember the Kokiri Forest level? Imagine that, but it's the whole game. Yeah, it gets pretty boring. Lili Child of Geos has amazing graphics though, gorgeous, almost too gorgeous. Like, maybe they should have put more time into the actual game and not just the way the game looks. Although there is a lot to look at, and that is nice. Lili has a lot of style, and I was really surprised to see how much effort was put into the lore of the game. At the very least, Lili has unique characters and monsters that are consistent in each level of the game, and this is done a lot better than some retro-inspired games. I'm looking at you, Yooka Laylee. What even is that? So anyway, Lili Child of Geos is flawed, but I think I have to put it in the so bad it's good category. It's pretty cheap, the gameplay is fairly simple, and I had a lot of fun laughing at it. Not very good accessibility for disabled gamers with fine motor skill impairments, so I recommend playing it on the PS4. Alright guys, have you heard of this game? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. Look forward to more videos soon, and as always, I will see you later.